I'm Julia Personetti and I'm from the University of San Diego. My study is called Selective Attention Bias. Did you see the gorilla? Throughout my presentation, I will be talking about the selective attention bias through previous studies, an in-class study, the results of the in-class study, and hopes for future studies. Selective attention occurs when people choose what they pay attention to, blocking out all other occurrences and objects that are simultaneously present. People will generally not consciously register an unexpected stimulus when their attention is directed elsewhere. Just because something is right in front of, is in your line of sight does not mean they'll actually see it. This topic is important because it explains why people may not see everything that's around them. Several studies have been conducted on this topic. Most study, in 2013, had participants count the number of times a letter number bounced on the side of a screen. There were 3 trials in this study. The first 2 trials did not have an unexpected stimulus, and the third did. Results showed that only 39% saw the unexpected stimulus. Richards, Hellgren, and French's study in 2014 compared high and low working memory with inattentional blindness. They hypothesized that if participants with low working memory were more likely to be inattentionally blind. They did find that the relationship between the personality trait and receptiveness to selective attention. Siegmiller, Watson, and Strayer's study in 2011 studied selective attention and memory capacity. They had their participants take a test to measure their working memory, and then they watched the gorilla video to count the number of passes counted between the people in white. The participants who counted correctly with lower scores were more likely to miss the gorilla. These participants were more susceptible to selective attention than those with higher working memory capacity. So the present study is with college students. They watched a video in psychology class, and they were instructed by the video to count how many times the players in white passed the ball. This is an example of selective attention. Their attention was taken away by counting and paying attention to certain people and ignoring other people. So they didn't pay their full attention to everything that was going on. These participants were from a small private college in Southern California. 6% were male, 94% were female, and the mean age was 19. 53% were freshmen, 26% were sophomores, 14% juniors, and 7% seniors. 60% had psychology majors, 20% were behavioral neuroscience majors, 7% were undeclared, and 13% were other. Materials needed for this study included a YouTube video by Daniel Simage, which was posted 4 years ago, and it was called Selective Attention Test. They also needed a writing utensil and something to write on. So the procedure started right in the beginning of class. The teacher told the participants to watch this video very closely. And from the very beginning of the video, it said to count the number of passes between the players in white. So the students watched the video and recorded the number of passes, and the teacher collected their results. So as you can see, 60% of the participants did not see the gorilla and 40% did. This is a table of the statistics of the passes counted by the participants. The mean was 15.53, the standard deviation was 4.27, and the median mode were 15. This study showed the confirmation of the hypothesis. The participants clearly saw the gorilla after looking at it the second time. The gorilla was clearly visible as it was there for 8 seconds throughout the whole video. It walked in on the right side, thumped its chest in the middle of the screen, and walked out the left side. The participants who saw the gorilla were most likely not on the task that was given to them, and the participants who didn't see the gorilla were probably strongly focused on their task. Strengths of the study was that it was very easy and very cost effective. There was no money that went into the study at all, and it was over within about 10 minutes. Limitations of the study were the participants who have seen it before. So they are anticipating the gorilla coming in the middle of the screen, and they probably remember how many passes were counted. So this study does reinforce previous results from other studies. Most studies find the majority of participants to have selective attention with the given situation. And to further the selective attention bias research, this study should be replicated maybe by age. So there could be a group of 5 to 10 age range, and then a group of 50 to 60 age range, and maybe see the correlation of age to selective attention. Or you could also change the colors of the players in the video, so instead of wearing black and white, they can wear red and blue. Thank you.